Nta Ch10, station for excellence.
In the maritime sector, collaboration is an essential tool in driving innovation, safety, and sustainability of the maritime industry. Welcome to Nimasa This Week, the premier maritime TV show where we serve you juicy details about the world of maritime. I remain your uncle, Moyolua Olutayo. Now, whether you are a seasoned mariner or you're just starting out, there are numerous benefits and opportunities in the industry. Why don't you join our voyage today, because it promises to be an exciting sail.
Introducing the new face of the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, Nimasa. We are charting the direction for a maritime and regulating the industry for a better, bigger, and more economically stable Nigeria. Evolved to serve you better. We are Nimasa. New face, rejuvenated service. Nimasa, changing the tides in your favor.
If you're just joining us, the program is Nimasa This Week, and you are welcome. We kickstart the show today as our vessel makes its first stop in the capital city, Abuja. The Honorable Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, His Excellency Adegboyega Oyetola CON, recently received the Chinese ambassador to Nigeria, Nta Ch10, at the ministry's headquarters in Abuja, where they discussed on strategic trade partnership aimed at strengthening economic ties between the two nations. Stay tuned on the program as we bring you full report on how this strategic partnership is poised to drive growth and enhance trade opportunities. Stay with us. I'll be right back.
The Nigerian and Chinese governments are on the verge of finalizing a memorandum of understanding that will open the door for Nigerian aquaculture products to be exported to China. The Honorable Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, Adegboyega Oyetola, disclosed this while receiving the Chinese ambassador to Nigeria, Mr. Nta Ch10, at the ministry's headquarters in Abuja.
I'm glad about the bilateral agreement that we're already finishing up the area of aquaculture, which is one of the major things we want to really embark on as a ministry, fishery and aquaculture. So we are looking at opportunities in the area of fisheries. We want to be able to deploy technology to prevent illegal and fertile and regulated fishing in the EU. That has been one of the global problems all over the world. Again, in the area of automation, China has done very well, and has been able to look at what has happened, what has worked very well for China, and replicate it in Nigeria. So I'm glad to follow with your team on the areas of natural operation.
The initiative seeks to leverage the zero export tariff policy on Nigerian-made products to China. Earlier this year, Nigeria was listed among 53 African countries set to benefit from zero tariff treatment on all exports to China.
We are glad that China is already thinking of a zero tariff on export from Nigeria. That is still going to extend the opportunities and the benefit of the AFTA, the African Continental Trade Agreement now, among the African nations. So it's a win-win situation for all of us.
The Chinese envoy, who was on a courtesy visit to the ministry, highlighted investment opportunities in Nigeria's aquaculture and fisheries subsectors as the driving force behind the ongoing trade talks.
We are very close to the signing of an MOU between our two countries to have Nigerian aquaculture products export to China. I think now we are very close to finish the consultation on the documents. So with the signing of this MOU, I believe that we would be happy to see more Nigerian aquaculture products export to China.
The long-standing relationship between the People's Republic of China and Nigeria dates back to 1971, when formal ties were established, and has grown to encompass bilateral trade, infrastructural development, and strategic collaborations. The official launch of Nigeria's campaign for election into Category C of the IMO Council for the 2026 to 2027 biennium was a milestone event held at a high-level reception in New York, United States of America. The Honorable Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, His Excellency Adegboyega Oyetola, led the campaign hosted at Nigeria House on the margins of the 80th session of the United Nations General Assembly. Addressing diplomats and the IMO member state representatives, Oyetola emphasized that Nigeria's candidature is not merely an aspiration, but a solemn pledge of responsible partnership, inclusivity in decision-making, and balanced progress in global maritime governance.
Excellencies, I'm honored today to present Nigerian candidature to the Council of the International Maritime Organization under Category C for the term 2026-2027, and the elections to be held on the 31st session of the IMO Assembly in London. Nigeria has been a proud and active member of the IMO since 1962. Over more than 6 decades, we have consistently demonstrated unwavering support for the objectives of the organization and contributed meaningfully to the growth, safety, and sustainability of the global maritime sector. I need to underscore that Nigeria's candidature is not just about serving our national interests, it is fundamentally about strengthening our African collective voice within the IMO and among the Committee of Nations.
He further highlighted Nigeria's vast maritime endowments, 853 kilometers of coastline, 10,000 kilometers of inland waterways, and a large exclusive economic zone, along with security improvements from the agency-led Deep Blue project, underscoring Nigeria's position as a maritime powerhouse in West and Central Africa.
Nigeria has equally demonstrated resolute leadership in enhancing maritime security through the launch of what we call the Deep Blue project and the enablement of the suppression of piracy under Maritime Offences Act of 2019.
With the campaign now officially flagged off, expectations are high that Nigeria could this time secure election into Category C of the IMO Council.
Welcome back. The program is still Nimasa this week. Next, we move on to the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, Nimasa. The fifth meeting of the National Technical Committee, NTC, on greenhouse gas emissions reduction in the Nigerian maritime sector held on Tuesday, September 9, 2025 in Lagos, with the theme, Navigating the IMO Energy Transition Strategy while fostering multi-sectional collaboration for effective implementation. Stay tuned on the program as we bring you the full report. I will be right back.
The Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency recently hosted the fifth meeting of the National Technical Committee on Greenhouse Gas Emissions Reduction in the Nigerian Maritime Sector. The theme of the meeting, Navigating the IMO Energy Transition Strategy while fostering multi-sectoral collaboration for effective implementation, highlighted the agency's commitment to aligning with global best practices in green shipping. Opening remarks were delivered by the Director of Marine Environment Management, Mr. Hiki Dimo, represented by Dr. Oma Ofodile. Her address emphasized regional collaboration and the decarbonization of ports as drivers of green investment.
It is a global imperative calling for net zero greenhouse gas emission from international shipping by or around 2050, with ambitious checkpoints at 2030 and 2040. This, however, aligns with the goals of the Paris Agreement and both a challenge and an opportunity for a nation like Nigeria. However, we must recognize that this transition is not merely about ships switching to low or zero carbon fuels. It is about a systematic shift, one that spans infrastructure, finance, regulation, and human capital, therefore making multi-sectoral collaboration a great option.
The keynote address was delivered by the Executive Director Operations, Engineer Fatai Adeyemi, represented by Mr. Hiki Dimo. He spoke on the strategic importance for Nigeria of reducing its carbon footprint and fostering a green maritime ecosystem.
This issue of energy transition is not only timely but essential for our coastlines, our economies, and our collective future. Nigeria is endowed with the third longest coastline in Africa, an expansive exclusive economic zone, vital ports serving West Africa, and a fast-growing shipping sector laden with opportunities and vulnerabilities. Yet, we face a transitional energy mix, still heavily reliant on fossil fuel. How we respond now will define not just our nation's future, but our collective legacy on a fast-warming planet. At its core, the IMO strategy aims to decarbonize shipping, achieving net zero greenhouse gas emissions by mid-century, with aggressive interim targets amongst other adopted strategies. To navigate this transition, we must achieve synergy across government, industry, academia, and finance.
There were subsequent presentations on enhancing energy efficiency in port operations and biofuel as alternative fuels towards energy transition in the maritime sector. Also in attendance were representatives from the Nigerian Ports Authority, the Institute of Maritime Studies, University of Lagos, the Nigerian Navy, Nurses Across Borders, amongst others.
Introducing the new face of the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, Nimasa. We are charting the direction for a maritime and regulating the industry for a better, bigger, and more economically stable Nigeria. Evolved to serve you better. We are Nimasa. New face, rejuvenated service. Nimasa, changing the tides in your favor.
C4I is command, control, communication, computer, and intelligence. We monitor bases 24 hours. We use a hybrid system in the sense that it consists of Nimasa staff, Nigerian Army, Nigerian Navy, Nigerian Air Force, Nigerian Police, and DSS all together. We operate 24/7. There is a 6-hour shift. After the set of staff that you see, after 6 hours, another set of staff will come and take over from the current set of staff. The reason behind the establishment of C4I Center is to curtail the piracy and other maritime activities like kidnapping, like drug and oil bunkering and other maritime crime in the Nigerian exclusive economic zone. Well, we have land asset, we have air asset, and we have maritime assets. Land asset, like the command and control center that you are in, is part of our land asset. And we have jetties, we have training facilities, both here in Kirikiri, in Ojo, Naval Command Center, Ojo, and we have others in LLA, Port Harcourt. Then we have air asset. We have 3 helicopters, we have 2 aircrafts, we have UAVs, we have 4 UAVs. Then we have maritime asset. We have 2 vessels, DV Lagos and DV Abuja. We have 17 interceptor boats, and we have 16 musketeers, that is armored vehicles that used to enter creeks. And we have a maritime security unit, about 360 well-trained combatants. Yes, in the center, we have 3 sub-units. We have C4I unit, we have mission system equipment unit, and we have intelligence unit as well. Each monitor that you see here contains 1 system operator. 1 system operator will be using 2 monitors to do his daily activities. We have 4 C4I systems in the center. Then we have an intelligent operator here. What you are seeing here, the yellow, are the vessels that are in our Nigerian exclusive economic zone and beyond, up to the Gulf of Guinea. But for now, we set our system on the Nigerian exclusive economic zone, which is Nigerian EEZ. This system gives us area visit, port call, dark activity, pest visit, ship to ship, course deviation, signal loss, transmission area, MMSI change, ETA change, destination change. This system, when you want to check vessel of interest, maybe we can check all the port calls in Nigeria as at today. This is one of the systems that we call mission system equipment. Mission system equipment give us real-time position of all our air asset and land asset. We communicate with all our air assets, both the helicopter and aircraft and UAVs. We communicate with them. We will see them real time. One of them is BHF and one of them is HF. We communicate, this one we communicate with our asset directly so that there is no interference. And this one we communicate with any vessels within Nigerian exclusive economic zone. With this satellite phone, we can communicate with all our assets all over the world. Anywhere our asset is, we can communicate with it.
You know, policy at the end of the day must be backed by law. A policy that is not backed by law is not a very good policy, because somebody else can come and change the policy, you know. So part of what we have done together with the Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy is that we have brought in various experts and look at what is best for Nigeria. And we have decided that the major things that we need to do in Nigeria is, number one, automate our processes and ensure they are all digitalized. Right? That's the first one. So we are in the process of doing that now. Example is our ship registration system, which is where everybody comes to come and register their vessels, to tell us what their activities are in Nigeria. So we are doing it in such a way that you don't even need a human contact. Put your details there. Within a reasonable time, we would respond automatically, or we'll review it at the back end and give the necessary approval. The stakeholders are so excited about it because it simplifies the ease of doing business, which is part of what we are looking at. That is one of the major policies that we have. We are looking at the ease of doing business. Our major vision is that maritime, and Nimasa being a catalyst, would diversify the economy of this country. But to do it, we must have a good policy, we must have a good framework, and then the implementation plan must be robust. So it's all of that we are putting together. And I'm sure you know that putting a good plan together takes time, because there has to be a lot of consultation processes, stakeholders, reviewing laws, everything. But the good thing about good policy is that it might take you a while to put it together, but once it's done, implementation is very easy because you know what to do. Yeah. And that is the stage we are at now. But we have not stopped. As like I said, you'll see that the automation of the ship registry is going on. We are also trying to automate our workflow process in-house as well, so that when we are also responding to customers, it will be easier for us to work from anywhere 24 hours a day and all of that. So we are doing that. And then the third one in terms of reforms is that all our 3 laws, we are reviewing them so that we can be up to date with the modern reality, with the reality of doing things. Some laws were as far back as 2007. The cabotage law was actually 2003. So it's all of those laws that we are looking at, and we want to make sure we update them to the reality of today. And then that will also help the shipping companies, the whole shipping industry, to be able to make use of it and expand and extend on their own potential.
Introducing the new face of the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, Nimasa. We are charting the direction for a maritime and regulating the industry for a better, bigger, and more economically stable Nigeria. Evolved to serve you better. We are Nimasa. New face, rejuvenated service. Nimasa, changing the tides in your favor.
Wow, that's all we have for you on today's episode of Nimasa This Week. Hope you enjoyed every bit of it. We want to say thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our channel and join all our social media handles for more content. Until we come your way again next week, I remain your anchor, Moyoluwa Olutayo. Stay safe at sea. Bon voyage.
We want the best in music for entertainment. NCA10, Super Channel, sports and documentaries. NCA10, everyone movies, cartoon and live talk show.